Hey everybody, welcome to TalkersTheGeeks.com. Justin here, back with more comic book reviews, and today we are going to be reviewing Batman the Night #1. As always, I give you a brief synopsis, so here we go. The origin of Batman and his never-ending fight against crime in Gotham City is modern mythology. But what of the story in between? How did an angry, damaged young man grow into the most accomplished detective and crime fighter the world has ever known? How did the Dark Knight begin? The story will take Bruce Wayne on a journey making allies and enemies on his training to become Batman in this definitive new series. And we are seeing, for those who read a lot of DC comics, I know I do, we are starting to see a lot of exploration of Batman's year one, pre-year one, year two adventures. We've seen that with Batman the Imposter. We are seeing that. I think Batman Blackout, the story that I review with the Blackout story. I think that's like takes place in year two. You guys could correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but yeah, we're starting to see a lot of exploration of the early years. Even in Robin and Batman, we saw the origins of Dick Grayson in that interpretation. So Batman the Knight is a once again it's another character study, another character arc type of story. Of this one is how Batman is becomes Batman, and we are examining the psyche and the state of mind of Bruce Wayne. So how does it get to the point where he is inspired to become Batman? So we are introduced to Dr. Hugo Strange, which is Bruce Wayne's psychiatrist, who was introduced to him by his girlfriend, Dana. And I love this issue. I really did enjoy it because if you know me, if you've been watching my reviews, you know I love these character studies. I love when it's really focused on one character and we get to really explore the psychological aspects of a character. And we really get to see a lot more. And this is something I've been waiting for a book like this because we really get to see Bruce, more of Bruce. What is Bruce thinking about before the Batman? It's a very Bruce centric, and I'm hoping it's going to be a more Bruce centric series. Less Batman, more Bruce. We know Batman's the great detective and everything else, but this is showing us how he becomes that great detective. And one thing I was nitpicking as I was reading, but then it finally came to make sense towards the end of the issue was that you had characters just keep telling Bruce, "You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You're very smart. You're very intelligent." From Alfred to Dana to even Hugo Strange is like, "You're very intelligent. You're a smart young man." And I'm just like, you guys are telling us how he's smart. You just keep saying he's smart, but you're not showing me how he's smart. And it wasn't until the end, which I won't spoil, where you're like, okay, they got it. They finally did show why Bruce is so smart. And what I also did like it as well is that we get to explore relationships with Bruce. We get to see that Bruce is, he gets in a lot of trouble. And some of the trouble is because he's constantly fighting. He cannot control that anger. He cannot control that sadness. He can't control the darkness within. And you see how the actions of Bruce affect Alfred. And that's something I really love what they did is that they showed how it affected Alfred. And for me, I'm used to seeing Alfred as that strong support system, that motivational speaker, that loving father figure that Bruce desperately needs. But here we see Alfred at his wits' end. We see Alfred tired of dealing with Mr. Wayne's shit. We see Alfred, being a parent. Like basically how any parent will probably react to their kid is keep fucking up. You're gonna get to that point. It's just like, all right, what do I got to do? What is the issue here? And there's one scene that I really did like that really illustrates what I just said is the scene where Bruce is arrested because he was fighting in an underground gambling fighting ring, and he's one of the fighters. And obviously the cops call Alfred. Alfred picks him up, and Alfred hands Bruce's ass. And Bruce just keeps apologizing. Look, I'm sorry. And Alfred's just like, look, I failed you, man. I failed you. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, what are you doing here? He said, those people have probably a reason to be fighting underground for money. He said, Mr. Wayne, you have everything. There is no reason for you to be here fighting underground in the underground range. He said those people there, they probably are fighting for food. They're probably fighting for money. They're trying to survive. What do you have to fight for? And it really hits Bruce at the end. It's just like, holy crap, I have these things at my disposal. And I love how the artist illustrated that scene. I also love how the writer Chip Zdarsky also illustrated. It's like, look, you have everything. You have all the keys. You have all the tools to get all the help you need. You are refusing to get help. You are refusing to do what you think you have to do. You are refusing to take the advice of others. You just want to wallow and brood and be stuck in this darkness. And I really, really love the way they illustrated that, because that really kind of defines Batman, is choosing the darkness and trying to harness that darkness for obviously what we will know later on as Batman being the Batman that we know. So overall, really hell of a great start. Love the focus on Bruce Wayne. Love the relationship between him and Alfred. The use of Hugo Strange was really good. I'm really curious to see how that's gonna go, especially after the ending where we see how smart Batman is. Curious about this Dana girl as well. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. So it's Justin from mythologygeeks.com. Did you read Batman Tonight #1? What did you think? Comment below. Let us know. Don't forget to, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're watching this from mythologygeeks.com, by all means, please browse the website. There's interviews, podcasts, editorials. Check us out. Spread the word. And of course, you can follow us on all social media channels: Instagram at Otakus and Geeks, Twitter at Otakus and Geeks, Facebook.com/Otakus and Geeks blog, Twitch.tv/Otakus and Geeks. We are basically playing import games over there, anime games from Gundam, Parasite Eve 3, the third birthday. I'm playing Dragon Ball Final Bout for the PS1. That's fun. I'm doing build up mode right now, so definitely check us out on Twitch. And that's it. I'm out of here, lady days. I got tons of other stuff, reviews coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned. Thank you for the support. Peace.